Today, we're going to unbox and set up the Kreg Precision Miter Gauge. We'll pull this out, take a look at what you get in the box, and then we'll get it set up on the table saw. Okay. Nice. We got an instruction book. That's going to come in handy. You can sign up for Kreg newsletters and register your product. I'll get to that. There is the precision miter gauge part of it. There is your stop block. Here's a whole bunch of pieces we're going to have to install. There is the fence. All right, let's get rid of this. Okay, so first up, we need the nylon washer for the handle. All right, now that you can see, I'm going to say that's the 1/4-inch nylon washer. And that is going to thread on right there. At least it's supposed to. Okay. So we got the washer. All we need to do is thread this in. All right. Step one. Next, we have these nylon set screws. We need 5 of those that are going to go right in here. All right, find a screwdriver to run those in with. Actually, I have this one, but it's not the right size. But it'll get us close. Who took my glasses? Oh. These are only threaded on one side. I would have known that if I had had my glasses on. Okay, all those are in. Now we need the T-slot washer, which is going to be that. and that little screw right there. And I need another screwdriver. All right. There we go. That's nice and tight. Okay, next up is the fence. First up, we need to put 4 glides in. Those don't want to push in very well, so we're going to have to find a little hammer, I think. Let me get a hammer. Does that look evenly spaced to you? All right, it's your fault. So we got these 2 knobs with this. Okay, so up next, we put these 2 through here. We're going to have to put that on, but I think we're going to do that last. Up next is building the stop. So we have this and this. This is going to go here. And I need this one to go here. This one goes here. This one goes here. The lens goes right there with this large screw. So for now, we're just going to put it right there. Okay. This goes here. This goes here. And this goes here. All right, this goes through here. And that goes here. All right, we got to tighten this. Okay, instructions say you don't want this to be too tight. It should lower slowly. All right, we're getting there. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Maybe just a little. Nope. Okay, I think we're going to go with that. This is the brass pin that holds your angles securely. Okay, this is supposed to go on the fence. Somehow I missed that part. This is the fence stop. Once you get this calibrated on your saw, let's see if I can get this around here so you can see. This slides in here like that. The washer on there. Then you have a nut and you tighten this down. If I can get it to tighten. There we go. So if you adjust this fence, this stays here and you can automatically set it back to where you had your fence originally. All right, let's put this on the table saw and get it set up. Okay. All right, we're going to install the measuring tape. The instructions say to cut it off at the 1 inch mark. Try to get this as precise as I can. And then we're cutting it at the 25 inch mark. All right, that's as accurate as I can cut that. This tape is metal, by the way. All right, so the instructions say to peel off about 1 inch of the backing. And then get it started in the channel. All right, there we go. We're on. That is as accurate as I can make it. This says the end of the fence needs to be 5/8 of an inch away from the blade. Okay. So now if we pull that out and we rotate this, nothing hits. So we are good. Okay, so now we're going to test this. And see if it's accurate. It's supposed to be 3 inches from the blade. That's it. Oh, they want me to do it this way. Okay, we're going to say that's 3 inches. All right, so now we adjust the cursor. Now we make a test cut and see if we're right. Okay, let's see how we did. I am a 64th off. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. So I just did a test. I did the 5-cut method with that board right there. So let's see how accurate we are. If I can get this right. So we are at almost half an inch. We're off a 1/16 of an inch from half an inch. And I just did a random cut. I didn't really try to make it exact. So what does the other end look like? I'm not off much. That's close enough for me. Okay, there you have it. That is the Kreg Precision Miter Gauge set up and ready to cut. And that thing is really nice. It is really accurate. I'm really happy with this. That's going to get a lot of use in this shop. Okay, let's talk just a little bit about features. Here is the positive stops you get with the brass pin. And you can go 10 degrees, 22.5, 30, and 45, both directions. So those are really nice to have. Here is the stop for the fence. So you can remove this fence right here, take it completely off, and then when you put it back on, it indexes up against this right here, and then you put it right back exactly where you want it. Here's what I don't like about this miter gauge. And to me, it's not that big a deal, but if you use an auxiliary fence, then you have to modify this and you have to snap this off with a pair of pliers right here where the seam is. That way, when you pull this down, if you had an auxiliary fence, the auxiliary fence would sit right here and this would index up against it. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't come up with something better than that. What if you wanted to get rid of your auxiliary fence? Now, you've either got to try to get a new one of these or you can't do it. So I'm not real happy with that, although it is what it is at this point. Other than that, I really like this miter gauge. It is very accurate. I am really happy with that. And it sure beats the hell out of my old one. You can see what I was using before. This is the original Craftsman miter gauge. And it's not horrible. It actually does have a clamp that goes on here that I have in a cabinet. But you're going to have to screw something to it, just like the old days, in order to make it work and give you some support out there. It does have some positive stops. I think it was 45 and 22.5 underneath here. So you pull this out and then you could unscrew this and then move it. So, I mean, it did its job for a long time and I used it a lot. I really did. But I sure am happy to have this one. All right, well, thanks for watching the video. On your way out, if you would subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. This is a very small channel and I'm going to do my best to grow it. So we will see you in the next one.